there more water in the fridge? Shall I get another bottle? That's in the door of the fridge.
This is the feed. Okay. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I forgot to put the lights on, didn't I? Oh my God, I forgot to put the lights on. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here in StreamYard today. We got 87 people watching. It's in the corner down the floor, I think. It's like a button that you press. There you go. There you go. Ladles and jelly. Okay, hi Ian. Looking good, everybody. Sound check. Everything okay? Let's listen to Cleo.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm back.
Okay, Cleo's back. Okay, let's listen to Christina.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, good. Awfully echoey. Oh dear. I think it's mainly because
Cheers, everyone.
we've got a silly microphone plugged in. Let me just take this off. Is that better?
Shall I talk again?
Yeah, you talk again.
Hello, everybody.
Okay. I need to plug something into this phone, so I'll be right back. So you keep everybody entertained. You can welcome everybody.
Woohoo! Hi, everyone. Cheers, everyone. With water.
With water, with wine, and with crisps.
Yeah. And we got the fantastic crisp eater as well here.
That quite got your demand. And I brought my own crisps this time. Because I'm not going to be accused of hogging the crisps.
Snatching.
So this is a nut. I'm going to eat a nut.
A nut.
Oh my God.
Shall we crisp around, Chris?
So I got to do something really weird now. Oh, I've got to do something really weird now, and that's to plug a round thing into a square thing, like that. I can hear it here. That's what it is. That's what the echo is. And then if I plug this in here
live.
and plug that in there,
It should work.
that should get rid of the echo. But make sure that the microphone is muted. Is that muted? Can you see? No?
It's on.
Oh, that's what's
Now
happening.
it's muted.
Okay.
Let's see. Tim's brilliance, no doubt, has worked again. Look at the sunset, guys.
So, what we got?
And now the wind's picking up.
And we can't. Oh, you can't hear, can you?
No.
That's okay, that's fine.
I could use those headphones. You see?
Just don't pull them.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I don't have to hear unless when someone comes online.
Okay.
Fine.
Unless somebody comes online, exactly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Tim Dample in MS in Tenerife, and we're here with the lovely Christina. Give us a wave.
Better have to look.
This is your camera here.
Okay, well, hello.
And we got the lovely Juliane. Don't forget to go close to the mic, everybody, because that is when you get the proximity effect. And you get this ADSL, I think it's called ASLM or whatever it's called. What you did on your YouTube channel this morning, where you whispered for everybody, and it was a fantastic thing that she did on YouTube. Oh, that's better. Okay, good. Tech Whiz Tim, yeah. Nah, I'm not Tech Whiz. If I was a Tech Whiz, I'd have done it before you all came on. Okay, Cleo's not in the frame.
She is now, but I don't want to socially undistance myself from Tim.
Okay, now we are socially distancing because we're not in the same bubble. I know some
We're
people
in the same block, but not the same bubble.
Yeah, I know some people on YouTube think that they got more bubbles than a bottle of champagne. But there you go. Having trouble getting the PCR test for Saturday's flight. Still trying, says Cliff. Oh dear. I can do this now, by the way. There you go. There's Cliff Jones having trouble getting a PCR test. That's quite good.
Okay.
Now, we do have this one microphone, which is the condenser mic. So that means it's going to pick everything up. If I mute Cleo for a second.
How dare you?
Then Then what that does, that takes off all the screaming kids in the darking bogs. Darking bogs?
It's a Tenerife thing. It's a Tenerife
Barking dogs. Darking bogs. Turn mic up slightly, Tim. A bit more bass. Oh my golly gosh. Okay.
DJ Tim.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. You all know. Oh, here we go. Somebody is asking, Paul Webb, is this Webby? Hi all, do you know anybody arrived lately? How they got on the PCR due there January the 4th? Oh no, there isn't. Webby. Fourth time lucky, but finding it difficult to get tests back within 72 hours unless you pay excess of 200 quid. Oh my golly gosh.
One thing to say, obviously, the Canarian government are still trying to get the Spanish government to allow people to come here with the antigen test only.
But they said no, didn't they, on Tuesday?
Yeah, so, but I'd say they're going to keep trying that. I'd say they're going to keep pushing that one, Tim, because it's cheaper and quicker. It mightn't be as accurate, that's the only thing.
Right,
But it's a 15-minute turnaround.
15 minutes?
15, well, I had it done.
You don't got it. You got it. You don't got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite good. Christina, say something?
Hello.
Okay, a little bit more bass on you. And Juliane, can you say something?
Is it me you're looking
Oh, you don't need
for?
any more. You don't need any more bass there. There you go. Okay. I'm going to need a bigger balcony in Cincinnati by these movies. Was that? Oh, I've got to show you this. Oh no, I can't now because it's all plugged in. Oh yes, I can. Yes, I can. Just be careful. Thank you very much.
There you go.
I got to show you the
sunset.
The sunset. Let's solo this one. Solo layout. There you go.
It's you today.
Oh.
It's gorgeous today, Chris.
So let's hope I can do
this.
No,
up. There we go. There you go, Tim.
Ah, there's the sunset, girlies and boysies.
It's pretty damn spectacular.
Oh yeah, everybody take a screenshot of that.
Nice one.
Cool, dude. 152 people watching.
Do you ever notice how quickly the sun sets here?
Well, it's because we're near the equator.
Yes, I do know that.
Oh, see.
And it's winter time.
You see, the thing is, I'm a man, so if somebody asks me a question, I answer it.
You mansplain.
Yeah, I answer it. That's mansplaining is what a woman means by men answering questions.
See, he's just explained what I meant by mansplaining.
Exactly. That's exactly what we do. We explain how to mansplain because we're the men. Mm-hmm. You see.
Meaning what, Tim? Explain that.
We are the men. We have the. Do we have the X chromosome or the Y chromosome?
I don't know about chromosomes, but do you have the X factor?
We've got the X factor. We definitely have the X factor.
Right, enough. I'll shut up. I'll keep eating crisps instead.
Did we say cheers already? Without me?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So cheers to me here as well.
Hi, Chris.
Alcohol-free wine. Oh, there you go.
Oops. Got it.
Don't worry about it, as long as Julie's not full of wine. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what we got today? We have today a little bit of COVID, a little bit of weather, and we have a fantastic topic today. The topic today is what's the topic today? Uncomfortable, comfortable?
Yes, asking for help.
It's a great topic.
Yeah.
So if you are comfortable or uncomfortable asking for help. And I know Cleo's got some personal anecdotes to say. Sure. I know that I do. And Christina, well, she's...
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, the story.
You got a story, okay. And Juliane, of course, is the expert on this.
Oh, we all are.
No, if you go to Juliane's website, julianeandendel.com, and have a look at her YouTube stuff. She did a great one today. She put one up today, and
you fell asleep.
I got it for brunch, and she emailed me the link at brunch, and I listened to it whilst I was having brunch, and it was so relaxing and so nice that my head fell in my porridge.
X Factor, see?
I've got the X Factor. Okay, we got to pull the gain a little bit down on Cleo there. She has her own radio show, so we call her Cleo the Mouth.
Really? Since
No,
when?
No, we don't. Actually, she's got a new podcast coming out. It's the same podcast, actually, but it's a revamping because it stopped for a little while on a little hiatus, was it?
Well, it was because I was operated on. I had a back operation, and also because I'm not officially back at work, I can't link it to my work, which is with the Adeka Council, which we might talk about in a minute because some of the work I do is helping people.
Okay, great.
So I have launched it on a separate platform, thanks to your help, Tim, with the wonderful Janet Anscombe. So throughout December, we're running Christmas Canary Cast, which is like a weekly information-based podcast about what's happening, what's going on, COVID, Brexit, what you can do over Christmas here, etc.
And who is the audience?
Mostly our audience are immigrant residents here.
So residents on the island that have come here to make it their home, but have sometimes a little bit of a problem going through all the Spanish information and finding out exactly what they need very quickly.
Indeed. And we have found, as we started podcasting back in March, that people can assimilate information more quickly when they're listening to it, rather than reading it.
In fact, I offered Janet, well, I haven't offered it to her, but I read one of Janet's articles out.
You did?
And that got quite a good response, actually. So I'm wondering whether to approach Janet to see if she wants that as a regular feature of The Voice, reading out the articles. Now, the COVID and the what's it called today? The COVID and the weather today, I pre-recorded like I normally do. But I'm on this new system, StreamYard, which is quarter the price of what I was paying. And I'm testing it out today. Now, the quality is a little bit low because you've got to upload these videos to the system, whereas the old system, I streamed it directly from my iPad. They are changing that this month. So before Christmas, they're going to change it so I can go to the higher quality ones. I'm just going to put this up. But won't be able to walk around in Tenerife without bumping into somebody who has a vlog.
There you go.
There you go. Okay. Sorry if I'm not reading all these, but I will get to you guys in a minute. Don't worry. But it's a bit different on Balcony Banter today because we got a lot of people in the studio. I call it the studio.
Oh, or a Vludio.
The Vludio, yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah. So basically, what was I saying?
You were saying your weather and...
So it's a little bit low quality this time, but give me a feedback whether it's acceptable quality. Okay? So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm just going to do the weather because I've got Stripping Down Nude set up to play next, which unfortunately isn't a video, it's the music behind the weather. But there you go. Let me just do the weather now. Hang on. I've got to go over to branding, down to video clips, overlays, and press the music. And then play VT. Well, there's going to be plenty of weather in the next few days. So yesterday chucked it down. On Tuesday, Wednesday sunny. It is sunny all day today. Really enjoying it. They're promising a little bit more rain for tomorrow and sunny on Friday. Saturday, Sunday, cloudy with a little bit of rain. And then next week, all sunny all the way through to the 16th. So that don't look too bad. If we have a look at the satellite, this is the whole of the Atlantic there. If we play the thing, you can see that this anticyclone is right above us. So it's turning anti-clockwise there, bringing southerly breezes up now, but the cloud has sort of disappeared. So that little tail end there at the bottom was probably the rain we got. And if we go over to the rain, that'll give you a better idea of what's happening. So it looks like the rain's going to just pop in then the end of tomorrow. So it's not going to be too much there. Have a look at the isobars, and we see we've got that little depression hanging out there to the west. And that's going to dictate the weather for the next few days. So let's nip back to here. We'll see the temperatures in the 20s, 18, 19, normal for this time of year. Don't forget it will be a lot hotter in the sun. And the winds are not too bad. Plenty of sunshine. And the dew point around about the 70, 80 mark. So that was the weather.
I'm dancing. I can't hear anything, but I'm dancing.
I can't hear anything. We're fading out. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, it does say it's not. Yeah, it's usually nearly acceptable. Not as clear as normal. Okay, thank you very much. Music's fine, a little blurry, as everybody says. Let Juliane sing again. She's got a lovely voice.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So the question was, did you hear my voiceover on the video? Or did you just hear the music? If you can give me a comment whether you heard the voiceover about the weather or whether it was just the music. I have a lovely voice, but did you hear it on the weather? I'm missing Raymundo here. There we go. Voice was fine. Okay, the voiceover was fine. Okay, great. Perfect.
That's good to know.
It is good to know, yeah. And I like the fact that I can pick the... the only thing is when I go to press the comment, another one comes in and I end up pressing the wrong one. Ed Sheeran was fine, picture a tad hazy, and yes, voiceover was fine. Thank you very, very much. Richard Cranium.
Richard Cranium. Ah, yeah.
It's a play on words.
Okay.
Richard
I
Cranium.
wouldn't know.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
I'll tell you later.
Cranium is a word for brain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually,
or head.
Head. Yeah.
Yes, no, I know.
In German as well.
Okay. Bob Burris. Our Xbox, Switch, iPhone, Samsung S10 now wants to bring in PS5. Oh, yes, he's age 10. Our Xbox...
It's Christmas.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But an Xbox 5, you can't get them, can you? For love nor money.
My kid wants Air Force One Nike sneakers. Do you think you can get them here anywhere?
Just buy a pair of cheap ones from the Chinese shop.
I tried that.
And put Airport One on them or something.
Airport One, yeah.
I've been told by Claire Johnson that I have a calming voice and I should do radio.
Yes.
But I don't have time. I nearly started, but I didn't start.
You've been on the radio program, though.
I've been on
Never
a
too
on a
late
radio
to start.
No. Can I have the nuts, please?
Like myself, then you have a face born for radio. Yeah.
Yeah, a face for radio. These are pecan nuts. So if I cough after this.
Richard Cranium will appreciate that.
Go on, paracetamol. Okay, so we're miles in. We're 17 minutes in. Oh, got to do an advert now. Hang on. I'm ready to do the advert. I'm snoring. 17 minutes, got to do an advert. Hang on. Do you feel like you need just a little bit of help? Do you feel like you want to whisk away to another world for just 5 minutes? Do you feel you just want somebody to talk to? Somebody to listen to what you have to say? Then go over to julianeandendel.com. Subscribe to her YouTube channel. I'm not kidding you. julianeandendel.com. Subscribe to her YouTube channel and listen to all the fantastic stuff she said. They're very short, poignant videos that help you. And if you want more help, contact her and she will create a package for you, designed especially for you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Christmas one.
A Christmas package. There's my calming voice. Thank you, Claire.
That was lovely, yeah?
Sleep, people.
No, not yet. We want them to listen to us.
Yeah, we want to listen first.
Do you think I dragged my butt over here for?
I know. So, before we go into the main thing, I'm just going to play the COVID, because that's what most people come for. And I tried to do the yellow round thing, and it didn't work very well. So let's see if I've got it right now. Because overlays over overlays were getting me confused here. So let's go in and do the latest COVID. It's not bad news, but it ain't good news. So we'll go to COVID like this. So we have 4,289 active cases in the whole of the Canary Islands. That's a little bit less than last time, with 192 active in the hospital and 42 extra in intensive care. If we go over to Tenerife now, we'll see they're around about the 3,000 mark, so it's around about the same, maybe a bit less. And if we turn off the people who've died and the people who have, we're going to leave those on. We'll see we're still on the plateau there, so we haven't turned the corner in Tenerife yet. That's 3,013 active cases, 152 in hospital and 25 on the ICU. Looking over to the left now, Santa Cruz and La Laguna are still leading the race with 3,000 and 4,000. Arona and Adeje running neck and neck with Grenadilla right behind. So let's look at Arona there. Arona's 114, so that's one more than Monday. That's 9 in hospital, 1 in ICU. Adeje, let's see if we've 117. That's the 5 more than on Monday. So Grenadilla 142. I'm not sure whether that's more or not, but we're going the wrong direction, but only in 1s and 2s. So let's have a look at the 7-day forecast, see if that's changed any. I'll make it a little bit bigger. So this is the 7-day rolling average, and we're up to around about the 70 mark now, so we're going the wrong direction there. So if you are coming over, just keep yourself to yourself, wash your hands, etc., etc., and we'll see you on Friday with the latest figures. Whoa! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we're back in the room. Clea had to step out for just 1 second, so I'll go like that. Christina and Juliane are with us. So basically, I'll do the big question first. Tina Rigby's asking, do you know if the Canarian government are allowing the rapid test instead of the PCR test yet? Well, okay. I need to make something straight now. The Canarian government only control the tourist industry. And the tourist industry hotels already accept the antigen test and the PCR test. So if the Canarian government control the tourist industry, and they do accept both tests. After the Canarian government decided to do that to enable the, what's it called, to enable the corridor to be opened, because that's what it was for. It was all part of the negotiations of opening the holiday corridor for the winter season, that the Canarian government asked, if we get tests into the hotels, then people will be allowed back in. So the British government then said, yeah, we're opening a corridor, which was a good thing. I think Ireland is now back off the risk list, so they're open to come, right?
Well, I'm not quite sure. Ireland really haven't been travelling for many months.
Okay, sorry, I didn't unmute you there.
Sorry, Ireland haven't been travelling for many months. There are no corridors.
There are no corridors, huh?
No,
okay.
They're much more restricted than the UK.
But what you're asking here, Tina, is the Spanish government decided that they're not letting anybody in the country unless they have a negative PCR test. And it's not a negative PCR test. The law states any test which is standardized throughout the EU and has standard testing protocols and result protocols will be acceptable by the Spanish government. And at the moment, the only one that is across the EU is the PCR test. So basically, it's not the Canarian government accepting anything. It's the Spanish government saying anything that is standard. So that means if you're getting a test in Ireland, if you're getting a test in UK, if you're getting a test, well, UK is not in the European Union, but you know what I mean. Anywhere in the European Union, if you get this test, it is standardized and they will accept that. So if it's not a standard test, which the antigen test isn't, then it's not yet accepted. Angel Torres said he'll bring that up. There was a thing in La Palma, I think, a tourist thing in La Palma. And what happened there was Pedro Sanchez came and talked I think I read that, and I think there he was asked if we would allow the PCR, the antigen test,
yeah.
and he said at the moment, if it's not recognised as a standard test within the EU, then no, he's not going to do it. So that's the answer, really. But I think what a lot of the press have been sort of saying, Sanchez is doing this and Torres is doing the other. And basically, the law's the law. If you want to come to Spain, you have to get a standard test. The only standard test is PCR. Unless, of course, you get your country off the red list. And then you don't need a test. So instead of asking if we, the Canarian government, are going to do anything.
No, Tim, I think anybody traveling into Spain at the moment needs a test.
No, only
from
risk countries. Yeah, so get your country off the risk list,
yeah,
and you can come anytime you like. So instead of putting the blame on the Ghanaian government for stopping your holiday, the easiest thing for you to do is to stop your mates getting infected,
yeah,
and then you'll get off the risk country list, and then you can come anytime you like.
Can I just say, I think it's also important because people ask me this, that it's anybody traveling into Spain from a high-risk country. So it's, if I go to see my family in Ireland, even though I live here, I'll have to take that test coming back. If a Spanish person is flying back to Seville, they have to take that test. So it's not just foreigners, it's everybody who is traveling from a high-risk country. And I think it's important to stress that.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh.
Okay, so that's enough COVID for today. Let me just see if anybody's asked anything. We have a vaccine in the UK now, said the flying trucker. Yeah, well, what we did, we had to test it somewhere, and we thought the safest place to test it is on the little island off the EU there. So if the zombie apocalypse starts, then we can just like saw you off and push you over to Trump.
Can I be cynically funny, or will people start attacking me?
I think people know that I think people know what we think here, so that's fine.
I was going to just say it is very strange, coming from a small, tiny island that was ruled by a large empire for 300 years, to find people who are now living in a larger island feeling that they have been ruled by a bigger empire for about 35 years are not happy. But that's another day's discussion.
I think what we discussed that not so long ago. It was like living for the now, was it?
Yeah.
So don't live in the past. You know, when my father's flag was flying over whenever is not important. And what we did in the war is nothing, because we were just eggs and sperm. Lewis Hamilton has 3/4 negative tests last week, or 3/4. 3/4 negative tests last week, and had 2 positives on Monday. So a negative on Saturday meant nothing. You get it after the test was negative.
Yeah.
You know, also, I mean, that is also very true. I mean, if we're talking about testing, I think what we need to talk about is not the actual mechanics, because I find that a lot of people discuss the mechanics of things. Why do I have to wear a mask? Why can't I smoke in public? And it's all sort of me. And why do I need a test? Or what happens? The test isn't this and that and the other. All we're saying is sit on your hands. Don't go to risky places. Like, don't go to football matches. You know, don't go to raves. Don't go to a very busy Debenhams. Oh no, they're closing that down, are they?
I think they might have. Marks and Spencer's?
Marks and Spencer's. Just don't put yourself in a risky place, and then you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. If we all sat on our hands for 14 days, it would go. There'd be nowhere for the virus to go. So yeah.
And the hands would be warm.
They would.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to
And
wear
so would our
gloves.
bums.
Colin saying, "You think the PCR test is really a waste of time and only giving the result at a point of time you could catch COVID-19 in a few hours after the test." This is exactly my point, Colin.
The test.
Exactly my point. If you have a test and then go to a rave and kiss 15 people that you don't know, then yes, you can catch it. But if you have a test and then go home, you can't catch it.
Yeah.
You know, it's your responsibility. It's not the fact that, I can get it anytime. I can get it on the plane. I can get it on the way to the airport. The taxi driver might have it. You're all right. You are all right. So wear your mask, wash your hands, don't touch your face. Sit in a plane. You know, if anybody's faffing around saying, I'm exempt from a mask, and then don't sit next to them. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like common sense. And it seems to me that a lot of people are missing that.
Yeah, well, I think common sense, I think, took a nosedive back in March.
I think
in
it
a lot
did.
of places, didn't
I think
it?
it did. A lot of people sort of. I mean, I know there's a lot of people on here, and I've talked to privately, and also we've got comments that are thinking exactly like we do. You know, we're looking at these people that go out and do stuff and put themselves at risk, and then complain. We look at those people and we sort of say, why? Why are you doing that? So I don't think I'm treading on anybody's toes here. And if you are one of those people, maybe it's because you, you just haven't sort of gone, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Awareness.
Yeah.
It's awareness, yeah. So we're not having a go at you guys.
No,
And
I think this debate will continue once the vaccine or vaccines are more widely available, because the mask debate will move to the vaccine debate, I think.
Paul Cross saying, Tim, you're talking to us like we are idiots. We want to stay safe and come to Tenerife. Do I go to a rave at 65? You're getting on your high horse, just like Janet. Paul, thank you very much for your contribution there. You are absolutely right, Tim, says Sharon Clark. Sharon, thank you for your contribution. David Warren reports out today in newspapers. I don't read newspapers. People who own holiday home in Europe can only use their home 3 months in 6 after January the 1st.
90 days.
It's 90 days, yeah. I think what it is if you're not in the EU, that's been the law for like 50 years.
Well, can I just also say what's annoying as someone who's been covering Brexit for a while? The reports might be out in today's newspaper, but this was a part of the withdrawal agreement over a year ago that was signed, that British visitors to the Canary Islands, like visitors from any other non-EU country, can only stay for a limited amount of time. So it's not new. It's been there for quite a long time, that you can only stay for 90 within any 180-day period. So it might be reported today, but I think some of the British tabloids are perhaps trying to stir up trouble by finding bits of the transition agreement that were agreed months ago and making them into headlines. Well, so I think that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think, as I say, I don't read newspapers because newspapers want to sell newspapers. Right?
Absolutely.
And okay, I mean, I want to sell our vlog, obviously. You know, I mean, I want you to come and listen and watch the adverts and stuff. But mostly, I want you to engage with us. So that's really what it is. Colin came back and said, "And hardly likely to go to a rave." You know, you're exactly right. A football match, maybe. A football match, but yeah. No, but you know what I mean. As I said, I wasn't talking to you like idiots. I know that you're all intelligent people here, and that's what we want. We want intelligent adults on the island with well-behaved children who know how to act in a foreign country, and come and enjoy yourselves. You know, just stay safe. That's it. It is really. Not only have I grown a tail, you know, when you were commenting the other day, I couldn't read it and I couldn't see what tail. I thought it was tall. But I've got cloven hooves now. So Bob Barrels is one of our. Bob's done the vaccine testing.
Oh, okay! Wow, right. Wonderful.
So
thank you very much, Bob.
Thank you, Bob. Yeah, for your.
Seriously, that's wonderful.
Yeah. So he's been doing the testing. He says he's not only grown a tail, but he's now got cloven hooves.
But they're virus-free hooves.
They're. Daz, hey, not sure why the papers have jumped on it now. I knew it was a long time ago. I think that when the papers jump on something like that, basically what they're doing is they are trying to get you away from thinking about other things, like how stupid other things are that are happening in your life. Okay, I don't want to discuss this anymore because it's very, very volatile. Peter Shaw says, "Hi, Tim, sent you 2 emails since last Friday via your website. You're still not getting them." You know, Peter, unless it probably not. Probably not. Is it? Does it come as Peter Shaw as the name? I will look. I will look. Best way to keep safe is have a common sense and don't put yourself in difficult situation. Dave AHA, very, very well done. Okay. New comments. Claire Johnson, tabloids just scaremongers. You're probably right. Tim, how do you think Tenerife is rising with all the rules in place? Tim, how do you think Tenerife is rising with all the rules in place?
Or why are the numbers rising? Maybe with all the rules in place.
Gotcha. I'm sorry, I was what do they say in German? Ich bin auf der Schlauch gestanden. That means I was stood on the hose pipe there to my brain. Okay, basically, I think the numbers are rising for the simple reason is that it's the big families and it's coming up to Christmas.
Yeah, I mean it's
there's no other thing to say really. It's big families coming up to Christmas. They're getting to the stage where they've been unemployed for 8 months.
Yeah,
and they want to get out, and I know there's a lot of young people here. There's quite a few people in our block and in our complex and in our village that can't work at the moment, and they're mostly entertainers or hotel
lots
workers,
hundreds, thousands of hotel workers,
and basically they just can't take it anymore, and they say, you know what, I'm just going to go out and have a drink tonight, and they end up in Veronica's or they end up in wherever. And when they throw them out at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, then they say, where are we going to go now? And they're all getting together with bottles in the park and stuff, So, I mean,
I'm going to interrupt again. I do think...
Anybody can interrupt.
We have numbers that are rising here in Adeje, which is our borough, in Arona, which is the next door borough. And there has been a very small increase in tourism as well. And I don't want to blame tourism, but I would imagine that the reason for the rise in numbers is across the board, Tim.
Yeah. But I haven't actually heard any tourists getting it.
But maybe they're. Well, I don't know. Do we know that they've got it? There has been one. There was an English person, I think, in Gran Canaria.
Okay.
But as far as I know, I haven't seen the nationality figures published. It's people in Adeje, people in Arona. They're not saying resident in.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Maybe when I saw it, the way that they collect the data is that if your Carta de Sanitaria is registered in Adeje, then you're on Adeje's thing. But if you don't have a Carta de Sanitaria, what happens then? Does your figures go to Britain or to Ireland or to Germany?
No, because you have it here.
We really don't know. But I've not heard of any hotels closing down. I've not heard of. I've only heard of one Polish guy that got it and was isolated.
That's right. Yeah.
So I don't think the tourists are actually doing it. And when you come out as a tourist, you don't know a lot of people anyway, and you don't go up to strangers and hug and kiss them. I mean, we used to after a couple of beers, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But if you're karaokeing somewhere and you have a couple of beers and then you go, sod it, and have a little dance, then you are putting yourself at risk. But I don't think that's the reason it's going up. I think
probably. I just feel that there has been a general relaxing of worry among everybody here, which makes my worry levels go up.
Exactly. All you got to make sure is that you and yours are sticking to low risk activities. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to what we're really here for. We've been 35 minutes yet. We haven't even talked about it. Okay. So I've got to go to the. You're not laughing at me, eh? There you go.
With you.
With me. I'm going off balcony banter. I'm going to put a new background in. So there we go. We got a brand new background.
Oh, wow.
Living with MS in Tenerife. That is the sunset
really
there.
Devilish.
The sunset. I'll go back to the comments now. So any comments that were there previous about anything to do with COVID, we're done now. And now I'd like to. I don't want to hand over to Juliane, but Juliane is going to talk us into hopefully the subject, and maybe ask Christina what her anecdotal story was, because I'm going to have some crisps.
We picked, I don't know exactly why last week we ended up picking exactly that topic, but it was about how difficult or how comfortable are you or people in general with asking for help, and or how difficult it can be. So Christina, I'm going to ask you, are you someone who finds it easy to ask for help, or?
I really had to learn it.
Okay.
Because in my situation, I had to ask for help many times.
Yeah.
And when I was a few years ago, I could still drive a car and go shopping. And I bought a gate of water. And I went to the car and then I asked the guy, could you put this water in my trunk? Because
Yeah.
I've got a mess and I'm not so strong anymore. And he did it, and then he was really annoyed and he said, you know, I've got a bad back. Shouldn't have done that at all. Why
Okay.
didn't he tell me before?
So how did that make you feel in that moment?
That made me feel really bad.
So
And I was a bit angry as well, because how could I know that he's got a bad back?
did that, but for the future, then was that did that cause you to be more reluctant about asking for help? If you get sort of like, well, it wasn't really being rejected, but you got sort of told off.
Uh,
Did that
I
change
think
anything
it
in
did
you
a little
asking
bit,
people for help?
in a way. It did, yeah.
Yeah. And but did it become easier for you to ask for help? Because obviously, I mean, you needed more and more help during a period of
After a
time.
while, it became easier. And when I got really bad, the way I'm now,
Hmm.
I just asked him to help me.
Yeah. So it is something like becoming, if you are sort of like a person that is very much uneasy with asking for help, and then you try. You don't feel good about it in the beginning, but while you're doing it more and more often, you become more at ease with it,
Yeah,
and it becomes more, well, not a habit, but it's something more natural, more automatic, and you don't really think so much about it, I guess, anymore.
I just think for the people who get asked,
Yeah.
they should say yes, I'll help you, or not. I can't help you
Yeah.
because of that.
Because I mean, there was nothing wrong with the guy
Yeah.
saying, "I got a bad back and I cannot
But
help you."
he
But
should have said it before, yeah.
yeah.
Got some bad news for you, Chris.
Oh,
I got a bad back.
I think this is so relevant because all four of us are living in a country that we weren't born in, that we're not from, and we don't have family here. And I have found, I don't know if it's the same with you, Chris, that we need to create a kind of artificial, fabulous family of favors.
yeah.
I mean, and I just, for 2 months, I couldn't drive after the back surgery I had. So I hated it for the first couple of weeks, the fact that I had to ask people to bring me to the doctor, to bring me to the supermarket, to pick up my kid from school if she was sick.
Get me a crate of wine.
Get me a crate of wine for Tim, because otherwise he wouldn't. But and like Chris says, it took me a while to realise people, first of all, didn't mind. And also, I felt I was kind of storing up favours. And people said, but you've helped us throughout the years. You've translated my passport application. You went with me when my daughter when I had to talk to my daughter's tutor in school. You came and were my translator. So it's kind of the old saying, isn't it? What goes round comes round.
Yeah.
And I think it's highlighted because we live in a different country.
Yeah.
I've lived here for 20 years and I have an incredible bunch of friends who have just shown to me how amazing they are. And I hated having to ask for favors initially because I'm a strong, independent damn woman and nobody is going to. I can stand on my own 2 feet and I'm in my 50s and I haven't never a day, cliche. But suddenly I wasn't that woman.
Yeah.
And I've learned something. I've learned that I have incredible friends, but also I don't always have to stand on my own 2 feet.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, has been a real learning curve. And whether it means it's exacerbated or exaggerated, or I don't know, somehow underlined by the fact that we live abroad. I think it's a choice. We don't know we make this choice when we come to live in Spain. Sure, we don't.
No, not in the beginning. I mean,
Oh.
like I came to the island when I was 23, and everything was like living in
High life. It's me. It's about
day
me.
in,
It's
day
about
out.
fun.
Exactly, partying a lot. But things changed, and I can see that it is challenging, and most of the time it's also in the upbringing, like when you are sort of trained to be
Okay.
or conditioned to be some strong personality that can do everything by herself or himself, then I think it is a challenge to ask even friends, even good friends
is.
who you've done many favors before.
Because you haven't done them looking for something in return.
Exactly. And maybe also because you're more of a giver.
Well, my daughter wouldn't agree with that. No, yes, I know. But also, you've said so many interesting things there, like in terms of upbringing. I mean, maybe I came from a very vanguard feminist family. My mother was this fabulously strong woman who wanted me to be an engineer because very few women were. I didn't really want to be an engineer. But we grew up, myself and my two sisters, not even in the belief, just in the understanding that we were independent individuals.
Yeah.
That never in our lives would we ever assume that we could depend on somebody else. And none of us ever have. I mean, we're all fiercely independent, regardless of what kind of state we're in terms of coupledom or anything. And it's something my own daughter has that now, I hope. That, I mean, that there's no sense of ever having to rely on somebody else. But then you also have to move beyond that.
Yeah.
And say, there are times when I am vulnerable and I need help.
Yeah.
Like Christine, you're talking about, aren't you?
Yeah.
That there are times when it's very brave. It takes great courage, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To say,
It
can you
does.
help me?
We've got a couple of people who are contributing here. Raimundo and Pat, hi, you guys. He says, sometimes people are too proud to ask for help, and rejection is hard to take. We don't like asking our daughter to do the shopping during lockdown because she was still working hard.
Okay.
And I'm sure she did it, obviously. But yeah, asking is hard, really.
It is hard.
Yeah.
It is hard.
We had because Christina's in receipt of an insurance from the health insurance people, we have to have an assessment every 3 months to make sure I'm doing my job and that everybody's happy and stuff. And because Christina's on one of the highest levels, it used to be every year, then it was every half year, and since January, right, or February, it's every 3 months. But during COVID now, they said, okay, nothing till the end of the year. But what we used to do was nip up to Adeki and go and see the social worker. And
Fabulous Lupe.
no, actually, it was Domingo we saw.
Oh, Domingo, great,
yeah,
in the health centre. Yeah.
in the health center. Yeah. So we went in there, and he sort of like interviewed us and stood, and then filled out the form and did that. But they told me no, he needs to come to your house because he's got to see how you're living and stuff, you know. And basically, when they got here, they were sort of saying, God, you need a new bathroom and you need a lower this and you need a ramp there and stuff. And they were really amazed about what I was coping with and having to put Christina in a little corner shower and lift her up and everything. So, and then when I started talking about it, I got really emotional,
Okay.
you know, because I realized that maybe I was at the end of my tether at one point, you know. And so I have to ask for help now. But you know, but they're doing their best. They've given me some addresses where I can go to see if I can get the bathroom done. And Germany have actually said they're going to not pay for it, but they will contribute, subsidize it. So that's a good thing. The only thing is I can't find anybody to give me a presupuesto. What's a presupuesto in English?
A budget, a draft.
A quote.
Thank you.
A quote, yeah.
Too long.
It itemized. Nobody can give me an itemized quote.
Okay.
It's all on the back of a fag packet, you know. Oh, you know, we'll do it, you know what I mean? A couple of grand here, couple of grand there. So I can't find anybody to give me an itemized quote. But yeah, but that was hard as well.
Go to Baño Barato.
Okay. Big Blue says, oops, I keep getting the wrong one. Tim, you're going to meet up with Jeff Carter. I don't know who Jeff Carter is, but if he's a nice lad and he's socially distanced, I'll meet up with him. You should always ask for help if you need it, because 9 out of 10 times there's always somebody there to help. You just got to find the courage in yourself to ask.
Yes.
That's well done, Craig. Well done.
Can I tell you what about a week after I came back from hospital? I mean, I was pretty immobile. I thought, I'll set up a WhatsApp group with my friends who I know said they'll help me. And it'll be easier to say, right, I need to go to the supermarket on Wednesday. So I set it up and I invited about 5 people. And about 10 minutes later, I just felt this incredible sense of shame. And I deleted myself from the group because it said, Cleo might need your help. That was the name of my group. And I just thought, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't be publicly asking people for help. And everyone got back to me and said, what have you done? Why have you deleted yourself from the group? This was a great idea. We can coordinate our help for you.
And why wasn't I in the group?
Because I thought you were busy enough. Well, that was part of it. I don't want to bug people who I know are already busy enough. I'm not saying that, but I was ashamed.
And this is the word. I mean, shame and being ashamed is such it's a low vibration actually, and it keeps you really on a low plane.
We might have gone now.
Are we offline?
Not yet, but I can't.
Not yet.
I can't get an.
Oh, okay.
I can't get it to. Oh, hang
There
on.
we go.
Jill's in here. I think it was that phone that went off, but that's the one that's running the Wi-Fi. So.
Okay.
Okay. If we're still here,
Let us know.
let us know. So this is 6:48. Oh no, it's okay. It's only a minute.
Yeah.
Let me go back to Craig. Reads from Leeds. This is the one I wanted. Reads from Leeds. Reads from Leeds. Didn't you have another name just a minute ago? Yes, it's the same picture. It's probably a Russian robot.
Maybe he asked for help to change it, and somebody showed him how to do it.
Guys tend not to ask for help. Women find it easier to ask for help. Do you think that's true?
Oh, no, I don't.
Depends. It depends.
Right.
But yeah, usually
It depends on the help they need.
Yeah.
I think.
And exactly, if it's, I think it is. You're probably right. Depends the help that you need, but oftentimes we fail to see that actually it's not only about having a shopping done. It's much deeper, and it has to do with shame. And we have to really dig a little bit deeper into our own self, how we are wired actually. I think, and that's what also my video is about, what I made today. It might sound a little woo-woo, but...
It does not sound woo. It sounds fantastic.
Woo-woo. Woo-woo. No, but if we go a little bit deeper inside, then we actually see that it's our own mind that plays fear scenarios. Fear scenarios, false ego behavior, like shame is one of those ego behavior state of minds. And that always keeps us on a very low vibration, which is not good for us to come out into a higher vibe where we actually need to be. But it keeps us where we are, and then we reject, and we are so reluctant to actually ask for help, even if it's something simple as doing a shopping or picking up something from the mail or whatever it is. But we sometimes are then so reluctant to actually say, yes, can you help me? And then we just leave it. But it's not done by just leaving it, because then we live our lives
And
it's a snowball effect. That's then okay. Today I'm leaving, going shopping. tomorrow I'm leaving this and that, and then it goes on and goes deeper and deeper and deeper. So we have to actually just sometimes really go inward, see where our like own little faults are, and just make that that courage, that jump of leap of faith.
A leap of faith.
Yeah.
Are we scared of being vulnerable then? Is that it?
Yes, or like our so-called image is scratched.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I got two questions here. One is serious question, Tim. Will you get help caring for Christina as you get older yourself, like you do in the UK? Yes, they do offer help here, physical help. In fact, the German government will actually pay for it as well.
Fantastic.
At the moment, they're paying me, and when I retire and I don't need the money anymore, then we can use that money to pay somebody else. And in fact, if I get a professional in, they actually pay double. So they pay double to the professional, and they pay half to the person, to the family member. It's basically because the professional person, there's usually an agency fee and tax and all that stuff. And this insurance, when it comes to me, is net. So it comes to Christina actually, and then she gives it me, right?
or we go shopping.
Joint bank account.
Ask me for help, Christine.
But the thing is, when we do need help, then there is help available. I don't know whether in the Spanish NHS is there. Can you go to a home care for free or yeah?
There are. I mean, in Adeje we do have one residential unit, which I believe is free. There are a lot of private units around, but the social services people in our local council, which is all I can really talk about, are always very mindful of any private institutions here that mightn't be registered. And while they're not saying they're not good institutions, they're always, in fact, I've helped helping people. They ask me sometimes to help in letting people know the state of a registration of a private institution, so that people are aware of the levels of care that are available.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks, Wendy, for that question. Honeybee says hardest way to for people to always to find hard to ask for help. That's true. And Carlos,
Hi,
¿cómo estás, mi
Carlos.
amigo? ¿Cómo estás from New York City?
Oh, I wish I was back there. We were supposed to go this summer. We go every 2 years and stay in Brooklyn.
Carlos is a Canadian,
No.
but he's living in New York at the moment.
Carlos,
But I
por
believe you're coming
favor.
back, right?
Nos vemos el año que viene, por favor.
Let's see. Karen says, did you study psychotherapy, tree surgeon? Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to put that one up. 3 decades earlier.
I think that's like raves.
Slight freeze back. Okay. Yeah, basically we did freeze. In fact, we died. But with the new software, it allows me to automatically get back in the feed. So we just did a bit of an opt on again, and then we're back. So Honeybee says, okay, tree surgeon is still having a chat there. Big Blue Jeff Carter is on the island now, and he's meeting Lee and Daniel. He usually does vlogs from Thailand. Seems a bit of a character. Yeah, we probably won't meet him. You know, I mean, that's a high risk group there.
Oh yeah.
So we'll meet Daniel, and because he lives here, and I'll meet Lee because he's been here more than 14 days. Although he is also in a high risk group, doing what he does. Andrew also is very, very careful about what he does. So we're all being very careful here. So a guy who vlogs from Thailand and flies all over the world in a pandemic is probably not somebody that I'd meet with. Nothing against the guy. Nothing against the guy. In fact, we can meet online, because what we have here is we have the invitation to come in. I know Ian said he might come in, but and we had a test the other day. And I've put the new link up. So if you go to timothydowd.com/live, and I don't have the banner at the moment. Oh, yes, I do. Hang on, I've got to go to banners and say timothydowd.com. That's good, isn't it?
Oh, you go. Next thing you'll be having BBC, Reuters, and CNN flashing across your screen.
And I've got Don't Go Away, Be Right Back. And I've got the latest COVID stuff as well. Pandemic Canary Islands. So this was a test on Wednesday.
Did you ask for help to put these up?
No, I didn't. I did it all on me chud. Did it all on me chud. So go to timothydow.com and then go to /live, L-I-V-E, or press the menu button and press the live button, and that gives you all the details. And there's a link there. Copy that into a browser, usually Chrome, if you're on a PC, or if you're on an iPhone or an iPad, it has to be Safari. But usually Chrome or Safari will do. I think Firefox will do as well. And probably not Windows Explorer, if that still exists. I don't know.
I think it does.
Okay. So let's go back to the commentos. Still here. No, you're still here. Linda Terry says, "Hi, Tim. You're the most logical person I listen to." Apart from myself. Okay. Logic would be a good topic next balcony banter. Thanks, great
Oh,
guest.
yeah.
Logic.
Very good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's next week.
Love
then.
that.
Linda, if you want to come on, go to timothydow.com/live and have a look at the link there. Okay, no, it'll change next week. It'll change. So, but if you want to test it out, just contact me on my contact page, and
That's a good idea.
yeah, and then we'll do that. Okay, good. That's good. I'm still there. Having always been flying trucker. Here we go. Having always been the one to give help, I found it difficult to accept help when I had a heart attack last year.
There you go.
Well,
There you go, flying trucker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I hope and I bet that when she or he asked for help, it was forthcoming in spades.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I hope so too. It's off the bottom of the screen. Clever Tim. There you go. I'll put that up. So we'll just leave that one there. Clever Tim. We're over the hour now, so we would have died normally.
Yeah.
But now
we
can carry on as long as we like.
Alive, living
We're
with
still
MS
alive.
in Tenerife.
You might get another advert now.
Well, I still have a child to feed.
Cake to eat.
Hang on, I've got to do the advert. If you're looking for information about the Canary Islands and you haven't listened to Cleo O'Flynn or to Janet Anscombe before, then don't forget, as soon as it goes live, you will hear it here first. The link to the Anchor.fm podcast site, which will send it all over to Apple and to Google and to everybody else, and even Spotify. You can even ask, Alexa, play David Bonney. I'd love now to know what's happening in all your houses. So people have got Alexa, and whether they're going to play David Bonney or not. But there you go. But yeah, so don't forget, we'll let you know as soon as the first one's up. Am I helping with the recording?
It
Or are
is
you
up.
okay with
The
that?
first one is up.
Oh my golly gosh, it is up. I need the link.
Canary Christmas Cast, and I will send you the link.
Canary Christmas Cast. Go to your favourite.
It's on Google Podcasts. It's on
Apple?
Spotify, on Apple.
Okay, so it's called. What's it called?
I just don't. It's Canary Christmas Cast.
Canary Christmas Cast. 3 words. Okay, what we got here? We got Flying Trucker. I'll have to listen back to make sure you got that right.
No, I've read it from my Anchor email. I know it's right.
I meant the guy, the Flying Trucker guy.
Oh, yeah.
Any further news on discos, nightclubs, and their reopening? I assume not. They must be really struggling. No, actually, they're all open now, and we're going there for a foam party afterwards.
But we have to be home by 10:30.
We've got to be home by 10:30. It's the geriatric nightclubs. No, they're closed, mate. They're closed.
Yeah.
They're getting round it because you can actually open a nightclub now if you can have a substantial meal with it. So it's actually a nightclub with a Scotch egg. Wendy says, glad to hear that, Tim. You do a great job seeing your vlogs when you physically help Christina out of the car. Great couple. I have to do that, otherwise she falls on the floor. And it's harder to pick her up off the floor than it is to take her out of the car and stick her in a chair. So we've got to do that. Yeah, says Chris. Yeah. Oh, Sharon, I missed you something there. Oh, Sharon's got to make dinner. What are we having? See you, Sharon. Cleo's saying Flying Trucker is almost a strike. It is almost a strike.
Almost.
Yes, the help was there, and I am well now. Well, he did get help.
I'm delighted. I'm delighted.
Great stuff. Oh, there's I don't know whether this is going to show Honeybee Louise, but it's got lots of stuff on it. But hang on. I always look forward to the lovely music at the end of the vlog, Tim. Is that Vamos a la Playa?
Is that a
Yeah.
sign for us to go? Is that?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, let's play Christina's intro first, and then she's going to tell you a little bit about what she's having for tea. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Christina, the star of the show. And what are you going to have for tea tonight, my darling?
I actually don't know.
Yes, you
I
do.
just know I get the cheesecake.
That's what you get for tea.
That's it.
Juliane
Cheesecake.
have you baked it, or is it a baked one, or
It's
is it
a baked one.
a baked, so a wintry baked
Yeah.
cheesecake? Has it got any alcohol in it?
Nope.
Oh,
9.
9.
Kind
So
of alcohol.
9 alcohol. So we got to do a German cast, yeah?
Ja, das können wir auch.
Das können wir auch. Wir können alle Deutsch sprechen.
Ja.
Ja.
Ich nicht so viel, aber
Doch.
Pero du hablas más español que yo.
das stimmt.
Hacemos uno en español.
Anyway.
Puede ser.
Okay. Oh, what's happened there? Alexa, shut up. There you go. Tim, looking for the link. Yeah, I got a live. I think I put it up there. If not, I'll put it on here. Hang on. Invite. Copy to StreamYard. Go to banners. Create a banner. Enter the banner. Oops. Paste. Add the banner. This is the link. I know it's a bit weird. But you got to type https://streamyard.com, and then it's /68R for Richard, 7M for Mikhail, JBCKY. In fact, it's Majikabugby. I think Raymond's just arrived. Let's see if he comes online. You're not live yet, Raymundo, but you will be in a second. As soon as your camera turns up. Your camera has turned up. There's Raymond and Pat. So we're going to bring him online. Add to stream. Can we hear you, Raymond? I might have to do this. Can I hear you now? For some reason, I can't hear you.
Can you see it?
Oh my gosh.
They got the Christmas tree up already. The
Lovely.
But we can see you.
Hi, guys.
How do I need to do this, maybe? Again?
Frozen in time.
You're frozen in time, Raimundo.
There
Oh,
we
no,
go.
we can see it.
Hey.
Are we struggling?
Cool dude. We're diddling. We can hear you. Cleo, unfortunately, can't hear you.
Frozen.
Hang on.
Are we there?
They're saying something?
No.
Can
We can see you, but you're frozen, and we can hear you sort of intermittently. I can see.
Because we got the telly on.
Is it?
It could be because you got the telly on, or if you're listening to us at the same time as well.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to us at the same time, then it cancels it
Well,
out.
it's Friday. I wanted other
That's
people
better.
to come in the room.
That's great. No, Raimundo and Pat, thank you very, very much for trying it out. Thank you very, very much for encouraging other people to come in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Just turn the sound
the
off. It should be
telly's
all right. Okay, no, that's better.
No? We've lost you.
We've lost you. You should be able to see me
Hello,
on your
you're back.
phone now. I'm back. Peter Shaw's just arrived as well.
We've got
This is the guy
Christina
that
and
keeps
Juliane.
trying to
Are
send
you
me
back again?
emails. Can you hear?
No.
Yeah?
I can hear him.
I can too.
I just could, but I can't anymore.
Yeah, past tense.
Past tense.
Yeah, it's
Peter
very
Shaw's
crackly.
online. Hi, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
Hello there, good evening at last.
Oh, yeah. Nice. For some reason, I'm getting a lot of feedback on this, but a great test. A great test. Thank you. Hi, Pat. We're Steve. And we got Raimundo in the corner there, massive.
We've got Ian.
I don't hear them.
Not at all. It just heard a
So
few
how many you got
tones.
on live now then?
Now.
Okay, we got 127 people now. We lost a few, but we've been on for over an hour, so some people had to go and get tea. I think Raimundo's out of it now.
Mm-hmm.
And how
So,
many
Peter,
have you got in the room
what was the
then?
email you wanted to send us?
Pardon?
What was the email that you wanted to send us?
I've sent you a few. You've responded to two, but not to others. One was just for ideas for chat on Wednesday nights.
I do apologise, but it's breaking up, and I think it's our fault because I'm plugged into this thing here. I'm gonna have to. Are you listening to us at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Sorry, Peter, you're frozen there.
No problem.
Bye, Peter.
No, he's back
Oh,
now.
you're there.
He says
Now
no
he's
problem
back.
now.
Now you're there.
Now you're back. Okay, there you go. So what were you going to say?
No, just I sent emails just with ideas for chat on Wednesday nights. That's all.
Okay.
Great.
But I didn't get them.
So you can tell them now.
Yeah, tell them.
Well, I mean, like I would like to hear your story behind being a magician.
It's breaking up now. Well, let's mute. We'll mute ourselves, and then.
Can you hear me? What all I was asking is, it would be nice to hear your story behind being a magician.
Okay.
Told you so. Good. Thank you, Peter.
So you heard that anyway.
I did, yeah, I did. In fact, I'm online now. I think what it is, I think it's Cleo's microphone, because she's on two microphones and they're right next to each other. So
Yeah.
I've muted Cleo, and now we can hear you perfectly. But it's not Cleo's fault. It's my fault for giving her the microphones. No, you can listen to those because I've muted you now.
It's a
So
new system, so it's experimental at the moment, isn't it?
it is a bit experimental, and also if I can get this to work, then it's going to save me $30 a month. So that'd be good.
Yeah.
Okay. Peter, I'd like to thank you very much for joining in and helping us out today. You're frozen again slightly, unless you just wave your hand like that.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're just naturally still.
well behaved.
What I'll do is I'll actually. My name is Tim Dowd. TIMDOWD. Okay.
Yeah.
You see this timothydowd.com on the bottom? Send me an email to me, M-E, at timothydowd.com.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And don't tell anybody else. No, it's usually, if somebody sends me an email on here and it's usually from a Hotmail account or a Gmail account, then it'll just block it as spam, you see. But usually when you send it through the WordPress place, where you just put your name and your email address in, then it usually comes through to me because I've put that on the whitelist, so that usually works. Okay,
so
loud and clear, big blue. Go ahead.
When I get to Tenerife eventually, we'll meet up in a cafe and I'll tell you a few stories of my working experience.
Okay, perfect. What you need to do is actually now it's quite safe because people are getting testing and stuff like that. So we do trust you. We will be socially distancing, but we can have a drink across the table like we do here. And anytime, just let us know when you're settled. Contact me either way, like I just said, or through the website. I'll send you my WhatsApp number and we can chat. In fact, Scott is saying also that he is in. Oh my gosh. That's a great picture. That Tim, we're in Las Cruces tomorrow, then along to LA. If you're happy about, you buy you both a drink. I know you're busy schedule with your good wife. Christina's on fasting tomorrow, but I need to go out shopping. So Scott, send me an email. Is the easiest through my website, and we'll do that. And we have a guest today, Peter Shaw. I'm going to take this. Oh, we got Ian coming in as well, Ian Miller. So we got Peter Shaw. I'd like to thank you, Peter. You want to stay on the line while we bring Ian in from Dundee?
No, I'll drop out now and let you deal with your other chap.
Bye, Peter.
Bye, Peter.
Bye,
Thank you. Thank you for the
Bye.
trust.
Great show, by the way.
Right. So we're all unlocked now. Let's bring Ian on. Here's Ian.
Hi, Tim.
Okay. Hey, Ian, you've got
Hi,
your
Ian.
earphones. It's perfect. There's just me now. Everybody else is muted.
Hi, Tim.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect. How are you, Ian?
Very well. Thank you.
Good. I think what it is, my voice is bleeding in over their microphones as well.
No, I think you're okay. You're okay now. I had a problem getting in to start with for some reason.
What, did it give you an error message or something, or what was that?
Well, when I went on first, there was nothing. That was why I asked you to put that up. But it must have been finger trouble.
For some reason, that all broke up.
No.
I'll tell you what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to do this, edit the microphone settings and take off OI cancellation. Okay. Let's see if that's any better. Is that any better?
Yeah, you're okay. Hi, girls.
No. It's for us.
No.
We can't hear you. That's the problem.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Hello.
Oh, no.
Hi.
Now I can hear you.
Hi, girls. Nothing.
Okay. I'm going to have to sort this out because basically what happens is if I just unplug everything and go through the iPad, then usually that's okay. It's a one-to-one thing. But because I've got two cameras, this one and this one, then they're probably, they have to be plugged in. Otherwise, they'll compete with themselves.
Yeah.
No, they're muted anyway. Okay.
No, the girls can't hear us.
Yes, we can.
You can? Oh, good. Well, somebody can.
No,
Hi, Cleo.
you could hear that, right?
Just now. That's the first time I've heard you.
Hi, Cleo.
Okay.
Hiya.
Hi, Christine. Hi, Juliane.
Hi, Ian.
No. Hi.
So everybody is unmuted now, so you can hear everybody.
Hiya.
And Karen can hear Ian fine. So basically, it's just my system that is blocking it. But we can hear him fine now. It's just sometimes when he talks, it goes clickety, clickety, click.
Oh, right.
Take a minute and just realize what we're doing here.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're broadcasting to the world and everyone's talking to us. Couldn't have done this 10 years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Ian, fantastic.
Yeah. Let's do this.
It's
just, there you are, Ian. Hi.
Yeah, that's it.
So Ian's the biggest now.
All right.
Let's take this banner off.
Hi, Ian. How was the cake?
Very well. It's all going.
It's all gone. Yummy, yummy in my tummy.
Yes, yummy, yummy in my tummy.
Oh, well, there's cake in the fridge now for us.
I gotta go. I can't stay for cake.
I saw your wee video blog tonight. Very good.
Thank you. Thank
Very
you,
good.
Ian.
Yeah.
Good.
It's
Big Blue saying we're looking right up your nose, Ian.
It's
your camera's down the bottom there.
That's good, Tim. Is that good, is it? Share it around.
Exactement, as I say. Exactement.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I was just, I wasn't going to come on at all.
Can you hear that?
I was just sitting listening to you all tonight.
No, it's bad.
Maybe it's just these headphones.
They're good.
Yeah.
What I'll have to do is I'll have to plug the desk into that phone.
Right. How many did you get on? How many people came in?
No, I can't hear you.
You said how many did we get on?
Oh, we got 99 now. Everybody's dropping off.
No, how many live people did you get to speak to?
Okay.
We can't get you now. Let me just mute myself.
How many came in on the link? No.
Oh, only two, just you and Ramundo.
All right. Okay. Aye. We were actually talking. We were actually talking before we started, but no, that's okay. Right, Tim, girls, I must go.
No, it's okay. We got to go. Thank you very
Gotta
much,
go.
Ian. What
You're welcome.
we'll test it again, but they did say they're going to improve the audio quality in this month. So it's quite a new company, StreamYard. But I got
Right.
such a great deal, I thought I'd rip their arms off. What I'll probably do is I'll go back to the old system for the next few vlogs because I'm still
Right.
paying till the end of the month anyway. And so, and then as soon as they've upgraded this, then I'll come back. The only thing that we'll miss is that we can't get up and do things like that with the other system.
With the old system, yeah. That's
Okay,
good.
Ian, thank you very much. I'm going to kick you out. I just want to test to see if I can kick you out. So I'm kicking you out now. Bye.
Bye.
Kick the guest, and he's gone. So I'd like to thank everybody. We're all back online now. The room is now closed. We're not accepting any more people. And we've been online for an hour and 20 minutes, which is way too long. I think people have been doing
That's the
something else.
longest.
Yeah, that's the longest we've ever done because we didn't die
On a Wednesday.
on a Wednesday. Yeah. And so we're going to say thank you very, very much to everybody who joined us. We're going to thank everybody who commented, everybody who contributed in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to get Cleo back in the picture
Bye,
here.
everybody. Thank you so much.
And we're going to go and we're going to play you out with
The song.
the song.
The song.
And it is this song.
Vamos a la playa.
Bit of reggae.
Vamos a la playa.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that little bell for notifications. And we're all going now. See you, everybody. Bye, 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 bye.